Hi there, and welcome to a brief walkthrough of my Synced Daily Journal and Tracker Notion template. I personally love this template. It is based on my own journaling system that I use in my Notion workspace, though I have designed it with convenience in mind, trying to put everything in one place so that there's not multiple apps and touch points for you to be checking in to track all the things that you want to keep track of. So without further ado, let's dive in. First thing you'll see when you open up this template is the little welcome block right here along the top. I just wanted you to have all my contact information, know where to find me so that if you have questions or feedback or need to know how something works, I'm always here. So I love talking all things Notion. I love talking productivity systems. I will nerd out so hard with you on this. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you have any questions. I've also got my email address built in there. So feel free to reach out at any time. I've got a toggle right here that has the instructions, but I'm going to kind of walk through them anyways, but they're there in case you want to reference them. So with this block, feel free to move it to a more convenient place or delete it altogether if you don't want to keep track of it, just to make sure. I just want to make sure that you had that information. As we scroll down, you'll see kind of the bulk of the dashboard. Let me just kind of give you a quick glimpse of all of it. Oh, it doesn't want to load. There we go. So this is basically the whole thing. It's a small, simple dashboard, but before I go diving into the journal itself, I want to show you some of the side pages and how they feed into it. Because everything in this journal kind of leads back to the journal itself, and it's like the mothership that everything is founded upon, but all of the side pages kind of feed into it. So let me show you those first before we go any further. So we'll start with the fitness hub. I personally have been tracking my fitness for a long time, and I feel like I'm more likely to do it if I make a plan to do it, as opposed to just waking up and be like, what am I going to do today? So with this, there's a few different pieces. So the biggest piece is actually here at the bottom. This is your workout library. And so this is where you put workouts that you do regularly or that you would like to do. And when you open it up, let's say this arms and shoulders routine here, you input your routine itself, a link if you want to have like a YouTube workout or anything like that, and then your notes that you can keep track of here, so you can kind of gauge your progress, what was challenging, what was easy, and things to remember for next time. And then these, when you add it to your journal, it will show you which days you've completed this workout. So that also helps you keep track of like how many times you've done it, and whether or not you should be getting better at certain things, or kind of gauge your progress that way. So when you input, what you input here will also feed into your journal and your tracking system. So the library creates like a drop-down menu that we'll see in the journal when we go through there. But you input your workouts here that you want to do, and then as you complete them, as you complete them, the top workout tracker will automatically populate. So it will pull this information from the library that you've selected once you add them into your journal. So you don't have to do anything with the tracker. All you have to do is the library managing which workouts you want to do and which ones you've done. And then that feeds here. The progress updates are not related to the journal. It's a separate thing just because I was trying to keep it clutter-free and minimal. And for me, I only do progress updates every other month or so. Like I don't even do them monthly, but however often you want to do them, obviously, this is where that would be done. And then we will go back to the homepage. The Nutrition Hub and Supplements Hub are both set up the same way. So if we go into our Nutrition Hub, it's the same way. We have a library at the bottom where you input all of the meals that you eat regularly or that you want to eat, and then you just apply them to your journal from a drop-down menu as you actually eat them. And then it will automatically track your calories, your protein, your fat, your carbs based on the data that you have input in the library, if that makes sense. So same thing. And there are also two different views here, so you can kind of toggle which one you like best. I personally love the board view because I am all about some fun pictures and visuals. But as you add them to your journal, they will automatically come up here to your meals tracker, and they will automatically track all of your macros on this side. So you don't have to worry about any extra steps with that. And then the same thing with your supplements. This page is much simpler though. I didn't do a whole dashboard for this page just because I don't feel like it requires that much, but it is a good place to see like all the supplements that you're taking and how often you're taking them. And then our shopping list page, we've got two different formats here, and I want to be clear that you don't have to use both. I just included both because I think different brains work different ways, and I wanted to give you some options. So a lot of people really love like a simple checklist. So at the bottom, this is a checklist just broken down by category, and I like that you can just travel with it in your phone when you're at the grocery store and just check the things you like to buy. However, if you want it to be a little bit more automated, the meals library is synced to this integrated shopping list that will set up the things that you need based on the meals that you input. So that's the way that I like to do it, and I just kind of like take a mental inventory before I leave of like, which of these things do I actually need? Because these are the things I'm going to need for the recipes I'm making this week, right? So 2 different options. Don't have to use them both. You can completely delete the one that you don't want to use if that, kind of gives you less clutter to work with. And so now that we've seen those, I want to open up the journal itself so that you can kind of see where that information goes and how you can use it. There are 7 different templates here for each days of the week, and that's only because I did these like custom covers. If you don't want the custom colors, you can just delete all these others and just use the one every single day, and that's totally fine. You can also choose to adjust your view to the page content. I love putting a picture a day because it just gives you this like fun scrapbook vibe. This is the view that I use because I feel like it's nice to like kind of reflect on the memories. So you choose your style if you want it more like minimal and aesthetic, or if you want it more like personalized, you choose. But if we open one up, let's say this one, you'll see here, this is where the only place where you actually input. So you'll input your library information on all of your subpages one time, like just kind of set those up. And then every day you can just access the drop-down menus from the libraries here. So the habits here are a simple checkbox system, and then meals and workouts are selected from the library. So if we want to link another page, it'll actually show you all of the workouts that you have in that library, and you just pick which ones you want to add. And then it uses the information from the library to auto-populate the other information. So like when you have selected these meals up here, that's where it's adding all of these calories, carbs, fats, and proteins for your day. It's referencing those from the meals library. And then down here is the template for what to put each day. And feel free to change these and adjust these however you would like. If this is not a journal format that you like, you want it to be personalized to you so that you're more likely to actually use it and love it, because that's the real goal, right? So that is that. And then the checkbox system that's in the journal is what automatically feeds to this. So you don't have to worry about checking these off, or if you would rather check them off from here instead of within the journal page itself, they are connected. This is just a filtered view of that journal entry. So you can use either one. And then goals here are not actually directly linked to the journal, but I put them on the dashboard so that they are always front of mind, because for me, I feel like if I don't see them every day, then I can't really stay on track. Like I like to see them every day so that I know where I'm going, what my why is. So if you look through here, there are a series of prompts within each one. These are just sample goals. Obviously, you will want to replace them and update them with your own goals, but there are prompts in here to guide you, to set you up with what it is that you want, why you want it, how you're going to get there, and how long it's going to take you. And so all of these things are really important and part of the planning stages to help you actually achieve those goals, because a goal without a plan is just a dream. And I want you to achieve your goals, not just wish about them. I want you to do them. And I believe in you. So that's that. And you can add a new goal up here through this with this template right here, or you can just override the ones that I have, either way. And then your weekly review, these pages are very, very simple, but it's the same thing. Like the power is really in the template itself and how often you complete it. And so if you open this up, same thing, series of questions, you just go through, answer them, and then take action based on the findings that you're uncovering. And it's a similar layout for the monthly and quarterly as well. Resources down here, prompt bank and affirmation bank, these are just for when you have the writer's block, when you can't come up with something and you still want to write in your journal. These are here, and they're separated by category, and same with the affirmation bank, separated into categories to make it really simple to navigate. And so here's this if you want to just kind of see how these look. And then the last thing I'll touch on really quick, the monthly entries over here are automatically set up to be filtered by that month. So if you're looking for a specific date, you can use the search function, or you can search by month here. I personally like having them accessible by months because I feel like it just kind of breaks it up. But you don't necessarily have to use these if you would rather just have one big database. It's already set up as one big database, but I just wanted to be clear that you don't have to add them to that month because they're already set up to do that for you. So that doesn't require any extra steps on your part. So that's it. That's the whole template. And if you have any questions or feedback, I would really love to hear it.